including this one. Rumors are the Raptors are looking into welcoming fans back into seats 6 feet apart. They've sent out a survey asking season ticket holders what they'd be comfortable with. So would you be okay with fans back in stadiums?
That's a no. That's a no. It's a no for a couple of reasons, though. So number one, you guys have watched when football came back and, a couple of other sports, they did have fans in the stands. And it looked kind of sad because everyone had to be socially distanced. And that's great because that's safe. But as a viewer, I was kind of like, oh, a little bit sad. That's watching. But on the other side, even if we were to be socially distanced, I'm one of those people who believes that having like packed stands, whether it's a concert or a sporting event, is part of the excitement, right? It's part of the shared experience of something exciting or something emotional. It's why we love concerts because, together, standing in the seats, singing all the same songs at the same time, like that's the power, that's the joy. We are
come on,
social
Mel.
beings.
If you had the opportunity to be with J-Lo alone?
No, of course not. I've tried this. Like, we're humans and we're not supposed to be socially distanced. We're built to be together. And this is why the drive-in experience, you guys have seen this all over the country. Everyone's now doing the drive-in experience. So I went, this was a drag show that was out and you're like, yes, we can finally get out of the house. And yes, it's something. And it was as good as we can do right now. But was it satisfying that everyone had to be stuck in their cars? No, that's not the way you're supposed to enjoy a live event. Marqueza broke free. She jumped out of the car, was like, forget it. Just let me loose, Mom. She's, and she did, and then we got told to get back in our car after this. And so, that's because she's enjoying it in the most natural way, which is get out and dance and experience it. So we snuck up to the stage because she's like, Mom, like she wasn't satisfied. She's 6 and she already knows that this is not the way live events are supposed to happen. So follow the 6-year-old. I can't wait till we're together safely, but actually a huge group.
I think that, it's not just during the event that is an issue with the crowding. For me, it's like going into the venue and out. Like when you're at the concert or the game and let's say that you're 6 feet apart from the person in the seats, 6 seats over, it's one thing, but it's getting in and like, have you been to a concert? At the end of the concert, if you've good seats, you have to wait till like everybody else, thousands of people. Then you go out to the street and then you're fighting people for the taxi. Or if you're taking public transit, you're cramming onto the public transit. That's my issue. How are they going to control that?
That makes you more nervous. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, Lainey. I can't tell you the last time I bought a ticket to go to a big giant concert or a sporting event because I have so much fear of like those large crowds and getting home. Everything that Mel loves about them, I hate about it, essentially. So I was trying to think of a way to sort of sympathize with people for whom this is really important and they feel like they're missing out. And I have to say I had something coming close to a religious experience just a couple of days ago. I went into a liquor store that I have never been into, and I tell you, it was just aisles and aisles of like wines, varietals that I've never seen anywhere else. I was like a kid in a candy store. So if someone told me that I couldn't have that emotional experience, and I'd have to, I can understand maybe how they'd be a little
You're
let
equating
down.
a concert to an experience of being in a liquor store.
Magical. Magical.
I don't think, or a sports arena. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know about this, Jeff. But I am with you in the sense of I do not like huge crowds. I'm not a fan of really crowded big events. But I can imagine the sort of promise of something that was a more intimate vibe. I'm actually just recalling, though, just as a side note, Jess, you and I were the only ones who opted out. Everyone else, Lainey, Mel, and Marcy, all went off to go see Janet Jackson concert in Vegas for Marcy's 50th. And Jess, you and I went to the casino. We were just like, no way. So we are the same people. We avoid those things. But this is when I go back to Mel. If I can think on myself, if Prince was still alive, God bless his soul, and he was doing that piano and a microphone tour, and I had the opportunity to go to that and have like 1/3 or 1/4 of the crowd, meaning I could sneak up like Marqueza was trying to do, I would so be there. Test me before I go in, test me as I'm leaving, test me while I'm at any moment. I don't care. I would do that.
I just want to take it to Lisa on Facebook. Lisa says no. No, period. How can they say they pose little risk with all these people crammed into one space? All people don't follow the rules, as we clearly see. I wouldn't take any chance. That's another thing that we haven't really discussed, right? Do you trust the other people going to the game or the concert or whatever to have been isolating and safe and respecting the masking and whatnot?